Hey guys, what's going on? Let's address this question right here. I get this question a ton, and I'm going to start by saying I'm not a company official. I don't have official answers for stuff like this. All I can tell you is the experiences that I've had and also the experiences that I've spoken with folks about that have gone through similar situations. Starting with this here, understand when you are a transplant employee. So if you don't live in an area where there is an NS facility, and you're moving to Georgia, you're moving to Virginia, you're moving to Pennsylvania, wherever that happens to be, it doesn't hurt to talk with your hiring manager or talk with your train master. Say, hey, I'm moving into town. There's going to be a gap in between, moving from home to here. Is there a possibility for me to stay at an NS dorm or a NS provided hotel during my OJT portion? Now, that's another reason I'm explaining that to you. Keep in mind, when you start this process, you're going to do 2 weeks in McDonough, Georgia. NS is paying for a hotel for that entire 2 weeks, including the weekend. So your first half of the month is taken care of by NS. Outside of that, when you get back on your home terminal, wherever that happens to be, the 2 weeks that you're there, if that terminal has OJT that is taking place over the road, you're going to be leaving your home terminal, going to wherever that happens to be. So for example, for us, we go from Conway to Toledo. When I get to Toledo, they provide a hotel for us. So I don't have to pay for that. That's part of my job. They give you a meal stipend when you're there. So that's taken care of as well. The only time you're really going to have to worry about is that time in between when you're waiting to go out on your next train. Or if you end up having to do a lot of yard jobs. Just depends on your terminal and what kind of issue they have or what kind of workload they have. In addition to that, when you finish your OJT for those 2 weeks, you're going to go into week 5. Week 5 is going to be at a regional training center from where you're at. So it'll be in McDonough, it'll be in Roanoke, it'll be in Cincinnati or Harrisburg or wherever this place is. And NS does pay for your hotel the entire time you're there as well, again, including your meals. So you're only going to have a little bit of time that you have to account for during the first essentially month and a half of being with the company. When speaking with folks, the way that they're handling that is either Airbnb, they're taking care of it with staying in hotels, those kind of things. Those are options if you've exhausted all the other ones. So if you've talked to your train master, you've talked to your hiring manager, and it wasn't possible for you to stay in an NS dorm, that is an opportunity. Then the other question is, what about the cash that is required to do that? Because you don't usually get paid for 3 or 4 weeks. Most folks are either borrowing it from family or they're tossing it on a credit card and paying it when they get their actual paycheck. So again, you only have to accommodate for those few days in between your OJT for week 2. Other than that, NS is paying for most of your lodging for almost a month and a half. Hope that helps.